Hello, in this video we're going to discuss Yorky the Black Knight from Kent Part 9. So, Queen Victoria is an angel from heaven who was sent to earth to deliver to earth key items from for the tech tree. One of them was democracy. So she received a huge applause from the people of England, Scotland and Wales when she brought in democracy. Everyone joined in. The Tudors took up arms and tried to unseat Queen Victoria, and Yorky and a group of 15 knights killed 1,500 musketmen. A musket won't penetrate armour with chainmail, so they're easily taken out. So with that plan thwarted, Satan then possessed a simpleton called Guy Fawkes. Alright, and he stole a captain's hat and wore it and approached some people who were soldiers who had some gunpowder and took it. There's 500 pounds of gunpowder in barrels. Heaven's Spy Agency Centre contacted Yorky and informed him that Guy Fawkes had explosives and was heading towards Parliament. This is done through angel vision, and that's how angels communicate with heaven directly. So at London Bridge, Guy Fawkes was caught by Yorky, and Guy Fawkes confessed to his plan of trying to destroy Parliament after receiving a mace to the face. So he had his face caught in the mace by Yorky, and Yorky just held him there with the mace, and he told him everything. So Guy Fawkes was then killed by Yorky, and Yorky told no one. There was no witnesses at all. It happened at night time. No one knew at all. That includes in heaven. It never came up. Only one person knew: Satan. So Yorky died during Queen Victoria's reign. Not long before Yorky passed away, Queen Victoria received a visit from Abraham Lincoln, and they discussed democracy in the United States and set up a trade route between the United States and England, which by then had become the United Kingdom. After Queen Victoria died, as mentioned in an earlier video, Wiccans, Freemasons and witches stormed the castle and murdered Bonnie Prince Charlie's family in front of him, and enslaved everyone else and their families. And Bonnie Prince he managed to get away and survived. A team of knights rescued Bonnie Prince and then killed the offenders. 4 Windsors survived, hiding. Then the Freemasons published lies about the Windsors, making them out as victims. And then they approached the people of the UK and said they wanted to bring back the monarchy because it's a tradition. They then tried to destroy Parliament, and a fight occurred between the Freemasons and the people near Parliament. The Freemasons were defeated, but they vowed revenge. So the Freemasons today run society forcing shopkeepers to join them or die. They implemented their own currency back in the old days, of favours, until the Bitcoin was brought in. All property owners pay tax revenue to the Freemasons through the district council's rates. Someone recently paid Bitcoin to rid Auckland of New Zealanders, which is why the rates are so high everywhere. So Auckland's rates went up, and then everywhere else's, the rates just kept going up. They never justified the reason why. Back in the old days, Freemasons held people underground, captive, and tortured them. And Yorky freed many and killed a lot of Freemasons during his time. They have a elusive manner, the Freemasons, and are all Wiccans. So do not be surprised if it turns out that on this day that the same sort of thing is happening. So in order to stop this sort of thing, district councils need to be abolished and audited, and every structure investigated for underground facilities. Right, so that's for law enforcement agencies. That's the place to look. So these structures are being used for unlawful imprisonment and torture of innocent people back in the old days, and it could still be happening today. And today's society, with the democracy of New Zealand, raises questions. So we look at New Zealand first. Winston Peters in fact lost Northland to Matt King, yet Winston Peters is the Prime Minister. Right, that's not democracy right there. And Tracy Martin and others who are list MPs were never voted in, yet run the country badly. Again, that's not democracy. So some people need to be removed from Parliament, right, and from their positions of power because they did not earn them. That's the problem with today, with how things are being run. So, as can clearly be seen, democracy isn't working in New Zealand. It needs to be readdressed. As mentioned in an earlier video, MMP is not democratic. I'm the Archangel Daniel, and I'm from heaven.